AFK Journey is a long-awaited sequel to AFK Arena by Lilith Games, and apart from the beautiful and unique aesthetic of the world of Asperia, there is a lot I like about the game. I've been playing the AFK Journey Beta for the past few days, and it really has exceeded all my expectations. So why exactly did I enjoy my AFK Journey Beta experience so much? First of all, AFK Journey is a game that respects the player's time. Are you stuck on a stage? Just leave the game for a couple of hours, and when you return, the AFK grinding system will have the upgrades for your team ready to go. No tedious manual grinding is ever needed to upgrade your team's levels, just time. Next, AFK Journey's low maintenance resonance leveling system and shared gear system allows all of your characters to become stronger at the same time with one click of a button. One tap on all of your gear is all that is needed to upgrade all of your characters of the same class. That means with only 6 taps, one for each of the classes, which include tanks, warriors, mages, marksmen, rogues, and supports, and your whole team is ready to continue pushing content. Gearing and leveling up your team has never been easier than this. AFK Journey also features deep gameplay mechanisms which rewards well thought out selection and deployment of characters, set in an ever-changing tactical hexagonal battle map. Good positioning is key for success. Implement the well-known basics of tanks at the front and fragile DPS like rangers and mages at the back, while your support keeps your team alive to succeed. Are you a casual or competitive player? AFK Journey welcomes both demographics with open arms. The game eases you in with every new introduced mechanic slowly as you progress through the story, making sure casual players aren't overwhelmed with new information. On the other hand, competitive players have so many places to compete with other players. Not only are there leaderboards for several pieces of content across the game, there is even a drafting mode called Honor Duel, which puts every player on the same level, making skill the only factor. Outplay your opponents and compete with others for the top of the leaderboard. And last but not least, experience the magical fantasy world of Asperia as a legendary Mage Merlin, and dive into the immersive storyline, meet new companions from 6 diverse factions, and overcome the villains along the way to unlock the truth behind the mystery lurking behind the beautiful world of Asperia. So now let's take a closer look at the core gameplay of AFK Journey. So in the overall battlefield, will always look like this. Sometimes there might be some walls and obstacles in the way, but 99% of the time it'll look like this. The white hexagonal area is where we can deploy our own units, and sometimes the battlefield might have some of these traps or hazards, like this flamethrower and this log, but usually they don't have these, only in very special circumstances. If we put a unit down on our side, you can see these red lines coming from the enemy units into ours. It shows that they will attack this unit first. They will aggro onto this unit. And it usually only aggroes onto the closest unit. So if I put another unit in front, all the aggro drops from this unit and goes to the unit at the front. So this is why we want our tanks to be at the very front and as close to as many enemies as possible. Now I'm going to add the tank at the front, so because the tank soaks up most of the damage and most of the aggro, which is good. So I also found that 99% of the time, one tank is not enough. They will die too fast. So in most cases, you want to split the aggro between 2 tanks. So you want to find a balance, like let's say there are 5 enemies in this, perfect. So 3 go onto one and 2 go onto the other in most cases. And then of course you want a healer to make sure your tanks do not die. This is the most optimal team comp I found so far. 2 tanks, 1 healer, and 2 DPS to dish out the damage. The same can be said for the importance of the positioning of your DPS units. You can see here, if I click this, it shows my allies, my characters are aggro. So you can see my DPS is focusing on this one unit over here. For example, if I split my DPS into one here and one here, you can see this DPS is focusing on this one, another one is focusing on the other unit now. This is not optimal. In most cases, we want to put our 2 DPS units to one side so they focus down one unit. We want to make it a 4v5 as fast as we can so we don't have to deal with so many more units, and we slowly whittle them down like that. So let's just start the battle with this formation and see how it goes. Perfect, we cleared it pretty easily. I think my team's power was a bit overtuned compared to it, but still, I'm showing you the basics of the core gameplay. Now I can finally talk about my favorite piece of content AFK Journey has to offer, which is the Arcane Labyrinth. It is my favorite part of the game because I am personally a huge fan of roguelike games in general, and the Labyrinth ticks almost all the boxes for a roguelike. Core features such as slowly powering up every stage, permadeath, and replayability are all present in this game mode, and it's a ton of fun, especially when you get the so-called God Run, where the items you collect synergize perfectly with each other, and your team is able to just destroy the boss stages. Make choices based on your current situation, and try to reach the floor 20 endless boss stage where you can compete with other players to do as much damage as possible with the power-ups you obtained in your current run. I managed to get quite a good run in this clip and made it as high as number 8 on the Labyrinth leaderboard. Available on both PC and mobile devices. It's finally time for me to give my overall evaluation on AFK Journey. When I first started playing the game, I honestly did not expect myself to sink so many hours into a seemingly casual-oriented AFK type game. However, the sheer amount of content and tactical depth the game provided had me playing so much that I almost forgot to set aside time to make this video. Combined with the vibrant and amazingly cozy 3D art style, these three factors have left me wanting more time to play the game despite the beta ending soon. In summary, in terms of F2P friendliness, AFK Journey is extremely easy to progress in without spending a dime. The core gameplay of AFK Journey is simple, yet there's still a lot of tactical depth to it. The daily time investment can be minimal, yet there is a lot of fun in playing all of the side content such as Labyrinth, which is my favorite so far. The gear system in AFK Journey makes managing your gear almost effortless, as one click can equip all of your best in stock gear immediately for every class. Just click 6 times, equip all 6 times, and you're done. The visuals of this game are extremely appealing, featuring a gorgeous and vibrant 3D world and characters. Hit a progression wall in the game? Don't worry, just come back tomorrow, collect the resources from being AFK, upgrade all your units, and you're all set to get through the wall. And last but not least, the overall performance of AFK Journey was really impressive. The game was buttery smooth almost all of the time, and above all else, it had almost zero loading screens, which made the already great experience that much better. Overall, I had a blast playing the AFK Journey Beta Voyage test, and I can't wait for the game to release officially next month. Don't forget to pre-register for the game with the links down below, and I hope I'll get to see you in-game soon. See you in the next one. Bye.